to explore ritual, and there's something about it that I want to bring forward in a way that makes it much more accessible for everyone. And it is actually about connection and giving space to connect. And a ritual can be very simple. It's actually like pausing, and in that pause you take space, and then you can actually connect to what it is that you're needing to connect to. And in times where we are very, very challenged by external events, these simple rituals become really, really important. And it is also starting to look at what is it that we are desiring to connect to, and whether it be the wild, whether it be our inner, whether it'll be something unseen, something different, something that we want to support us in these times. And sometimes that can be also our ancestors. And part of understanding ritual is to understand that it is part that you're connecting to also a greater whole. And this is important to remember. You need to understand that in connection, or that we are part of a bigger space, a bigger connection to a greater whole. And this is why a lot of the teaching that we do here in Lasavia is looking at the medicine sphere, or what I call the medicine sphere. And so therefore we can actually begin to do ritual and to focus on one aspect, or call in one piece, knowing that it's part of everything, that it is all connected. And so going back to talking about ritual and talking about pause, what happens is, how do we do that, and what are we doing? And one way that we can do that is obviously to light a candle. Now, in that moment where you light a candle, you're actually allowing something, or you're giving a prayer to, or you're putting forward an intention. And in that moment there's a ritual in the way you light it, even, whether you use a lighter or whether you use a match. And so these are very ordinary things, and they're physical. And it's moving and understanding how the physical is related to the energy behind the physical, and then behind that is spirit, is this understanding of great spirit, or being, or connection to everything. And so in there, a ritual can also be taking space to, say, connect to the ocean, actually. And it doesn't have to be with fuss. It can be the most divinely ordinary, most beautiful thing, but it's also suddenly you're taken up with something other than ourselves, first of all. So it's outside of us, in the environment, but also we are touched, and so our inner is touched. And in that space, we're understanding something. Now, the understanding doesn't have to be complex or layered. The understanding doesn't even have to be through the mind. The understanding can be natural, it can be heartfelt, but it's an understanding. And so in ritual, that is what we're wanting to achieve. We want that sense of understanding, of connection.